Hey guys, this is Rishabh, and in this video we are going to talk about how to score good marks in the subject Strategic Financial Management, that is SFM of CA Final New course. The source which you should be using is the first source is the coaching notes and the examples for concept understanding. Second would be the important question of your coaching's question bank, and the most important is the study material and the RTP and MTP of past two attempts. In addition, the old course practice manual October 2018 edition, you should be seeing two things in this practice manual. First is addition of new questions in this edition, vis-a-vis the earlier edition, and the question and answers modified in this edition. This is because your coaching might have been of maybe 2017 or 2018, in which the teacher might have referred to the solution which was earlier given by the institute, but institute has now realized that there was some error in that solution, and now the solution might have been changed. So what you would be referring in your coaching notes would be the older solution, but the solution has now been changed. So it is very important to see the change in solution. So the same can be seen in this practice manual for question and answers modified in this edition. Then the approach. So whenever I used to start SFM, I would first see Praveen Khatod Sir's revision video. They are available on YouTube for free, and they are extremely comprehensive. You would be able to revise the whole topic. If not available for a particular topic, or you need more clarity on that, then you can see Mayank Kothari Sir's or Bhavik Sir's revision video. My friend also mentioned that Sanjay Saraf Sir's audio are also good. You can find these things on Telegram. Then the second is read your coaching notes for concept learning and examples. Be extremely mindful of marking or highlighting these questions which are to be revised on last day and last day revision questions. Solve your teacher's important questions now. Every such question will have 1 to 2 new points. Be extremely mindful to elaborate these points beside the question for future revision. So for example, maybe you are seeing a question in portfolio management or maybe derivatives. There might be some point in that which makes that question an IMP question. You should write about it or elaborate like what it is referring to, so that it becomes easier for you to revise and get a vision of that in a very quick time. Then the third is go for the study material, the illustration and the questions. In practical questions, try to read all the outline or form columns of the answer on side such that it facilitates quick revision. Like in Hindi we say dhacha. In the same way, a practical question may be a question on constant proportion plan of portfolio management. You would have to draw some columns in that, so you should know which columns which particular is used there. Then for long questions, you can write the steps for approaching it for quick revision. So in forex you might be knowing money market hedging, so it has lots of steps, so you should write those steps beside the question, so that when you write something you would be able to learn it better. Then also explaining a particular concept to a friend helps in understanding. If you face any difficulty in any question beyond 10 minutes, search for a faculty's video on YouTube solving it. This happens in the topic International Financial Management a lot, because it has lots of interpretations regarding how the cash flows should be calculated. So it is much better to search for a faculty's video on YouTube solving it as per institute's material. Some of CA final questions are very tough, and it's a complete waste of time and confidence if you take it on your ego that you will solve it all yourself. Because from my experience, whenever I used to do it, it would take 2 to 4 hours, and still I won't be able to reach at a conclusion. So it is advisable that you see a YouTube video for that. If you have a doubt regarding how ICI has solved a particular question, or you think there is an error in solution, or you have a doubt on rounding off or any other doubt, you can always call the ICI's faculty in BOS Noida. They are very helpful I contacted SFM faculty on multiple occasions and response was very good. There have been multiple instances where people have told that they don't pick their phone and all. So you have to try repeatedly. Okay, because there must be thousands of students in the country, and even if like 1 or 10% try to call them, it is obviously a big task for them. So have some patience, and these people are actually very knowledgeable, so have a little respect also. They would guide you very nicely. Especially the SFM faculty was very helpful, to me at least. For theory, which is a must in new course, go for Bhavik Sir's revision video on YouTube and notes provided in the description box. So he has actually compiled all the previous attempts questions, RTP, MTP's question, and the compilation is very good and enough for the exams. And he has referred important questions there. So once you see that video, it would be good enough for the theory. Theory comes for 20 to 24 marks, so it is very important and you cannot leave it, because it comes in every question nowadays. The last sub part of the question would be of theory, so you would have to attempt it. And a practical question might go a little tricky, but a theory question would always be a direct one in SFM. So it is highly recommended that you study theory and score like maybe 20 marks or more than that in the theory questions. For important chapters, learn from the study material itself. Bhavik Sir has mentioned the important chapters in his video, so you would please note that and study from the study material only then. The next is go for past 2 attempts RTPs and MTPs. Again, prefer watching a YouTube video where a faculty is solving these contents, because RTP generally have tricky questions which are solved first by oneself may lead to loss of confidence and will drain a lot of time. It's better to learn it to approach an institute's way only. ICI update these contents without issuing curriculum, so stick to ICI's website PDF every time. Don't rely on old PDF and printouts. You might now revise and appear for a mock test. Some people advocate multiple revisions. I had 2 at best. I prefer a detailed study rather than a multiple light doses. So this is my view on how to study the subject SFM. If you have any doubt or any suggestion regarding any video which I should be making on, please let me know in the comment section. And so that's it from my side. Thank you guys for watching this video. This is Rishabh Gang signing off.